Hello, everyone. Welcome to morning coffee break. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. It's overcast like today, kind of dreary. I didn't have to cover the garden last night. It's 36 right now. I was doing pretty good. I'll have turnips soon. I'll have some more roasted turnips, and I'm gonna have some turnip greens as soon as they get big enough. Won't be too much longer. Heard the train earlier. Uh, so I don't know if it's still around anywhere or not. Hadn't heard it since then. Well, maybe it'll be here in a minute. I'll go get some coffee and come back out and see if it is. We'll just relax for a minute and listen to the sounds. Well, let's go inside for story time, everyone. It's still a little chilly out there, but it's not windy at least. That wind is what will get to you. We didn't end up having those lasagna rolls last night. We're going to have them tonight. Because my ex-sister-in-law brought over a bunch of ham from an office party, or not office party, from a church Christmas party, and brought us some cupcakes, and they had one of those big chocolate chip cookies. Big thing. You can see it over there. It's a bunch of it. And then she brought a bunch of ham, so I mean, all we had to do was heat it up. So we fixed some, or I fixed some stuffing and some gravy with it, and some yams with it last night. And I put some brown sugar and cinnamon and vanilla, I think, and cooked the yams with that in them. So it was really good. It was almost like a little Christmas dinner that we're going to have, but we got our ham. Matter of fact, I need to get our ham out, but that thing's in the way. I'll have to do that. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it reminded me to get this ham out. It's got to thaw out for Christmas. I'm catching them. It's got to thaw out. So this ham we got at Kroger's for $1.29 a pound. It's a brown sugar spiral half ham. It's the butt portion. It was $41.35. It's $41.35, and we got it for $13.71. And here's what it looks like. This thing's cold. It's a nice one. For that amount of money, that's a great buy. Great buy. Let me see. Where am I going to put this thing? Set it there for a minute. Once Kitty doesn't get up there and knock it around. Get my other stuff organized here. There we go. You sit right there. We'll be putting you in the fridge in a minute to thaw. Hope everybody has their morning beverage. Yes. So I hope everybody's having a good Sunday too. So I've been doing, I've been showing you the progress on the owl picture that I've been coloring, and I was doing so much a day and just kind of taking my time. But I found out we're going to Mom's today to exchange gifts. So I had to go ahead and not really speed it up. I had to just go ahead and finish last night. I didn't do it fast, I just went ahead and just kept working on it instead of doing other things. And then I put it in the frame. So here's what it looks like. Well, I can't show it because, y'all, I can't show it because I want Mom to see it. Here it is in the frame. After Mom's, I mean, she's seen, it partially done, but I don't want her to see it yet, because we're going to wrap it and stuff. So I'm sorry about that, but I'll take a picture of it if I don't have one already. I think I do, but I've got a picture of it. So I'll show that the next one, because I don't want to ruin it for Mom to see the finished product. I almost did, and I know she'll watch. She watches my videos, so she would see it, and before she got to open it. We can't have that. So I'll be starting on another one. I think I'll start on the one that Joy wanted me to do next, but it takes a smaller frame. If we can find one to fit it. It seems like a kind of an oddball size too. It's not exactly 5x7 unless I cut it down. We'll see. Okay, today on Storytime, I want to talk. I may have talked about this on something else, not really Storytime. I'm not for sure, but I'm sure I've talked about it before. And it's when I, in October, at the end of October 2018, when I almost died, and then on November 17th, I started my YouTube channel. my Crohn's, had been really bad. I'd had several more operations and everything, and uh, I'd been put back together and stuff in 2014. They put my intestines back together, and it's been a battle ever since. It's been hard to make it. I mean, it really has from time to time. I have times where I feel better, but it's I never feel good in the mornings. Never, ever. I don't know what it is about it, but I just don't. But anyway, I've been anemic, and before I was on Entyvio, I was on one called Cimzia, and it wasn't an infusion. They gave me 2 shots in my thighs, and I called them Frankenstein shots. And the stuff in it was so thick that they couldn't just give you like a regular shot. They had to keep it in there and slowly put it in there. It took about a minute for each one. And it hurt so bad my leg would start shaking on its own, like from nerves, I guess. I don't know. But those hadn't been, I'd been on them for several years, and they just really hadn't done the job. And then I was on another medicine, I think it was called mercaptopurine, and unbeknownst to me, what was happening was I don't know if I get exactly right to which one did what, but one of them was killing off my red blood cells, and then none were being made. I mean, it was suppressing the making of new red blood cells. So as the red blood cells died off, none were being replaced. Okay, and the other one, I think it was the mercaptopurine was doing this. The other one was the mercaptopurine was killing off my white blood cells, if I'm remembering everything that was said right. So, I was anemic and everything, of course, and I was getting to where my blood pressure would drop when I would stand up. And if I felt, decent when I was just like laying down or reclined. But then if I would try to get up, I was passing out, or just about passing out, like just everything going black, and I just have to hold on to something and hope I don't fall. And this was happening quite a bit. And looking back on it now, we should have taken me onto the emergency room, but I probably said no. We've got a million bills already, medical bills, even with insurance. And so I went to the doctor the day before. We did go to the doctor. That's right. We did go to the doctor, and they took all kinds of blood to test all kinds of things. And this was the next day after that, that I was passing out and stuff. And then they called me at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning from the hospital. It was my doctor from the day before that I had seen, or one of them. And he said, Mr. Cairns, you need to come to the hospital right now. And I was like, what? He said, yes, come right now. And I said, well, what was something wrong? Like, was my blood sugar high, or what was, he said, no. He said, if you can't come, he said, your blood is very low. And he said, if you can't come, you're going to need to get an ambulance to bring you. So, at first I almost said, let's just go in the morning. I can sleep all right. But if I hadn't have gone in, it turned out that my blood level was 5.1. And it's supposed to be like 15. So that I only had like a third of the amount of blood in my body I was supposed to. And it's no wonder, everything that was happening. I felt so weak and everything. So we went on in, and they said if I had waited, that I might not have woke up. that they didn't even know how I was alive. The blood specialist told me and Joy and whoever was in there that 5.1 is not even that's not even comparable to life. In other words, I forget how he put it now. It's not even compatible. He said 5.1 is not compatible with life. And they didn't know how I was even alive. So, this is the third time that I almost died, and the other two times, when something happens like that, you straighten up, you say you're going to do things, and then as time goes on, you kind of like take things for granted again, or I did. Well, that third time, the Lord started speaking to me. Now, at that time, I didn't have a channel, although I was on Crystals every day, and I had so many friends there that it's just unbelievable. I used to just talk back and forth in the comments to a bunch of them, and then people started saying, Mike, why don't we think you would do good if you had your own channel. Well, while I was in the hospital, and it was nice of Crystal to allow all this to happen, I had so much comments. I would have like 100 comments on one of her videos from people asking if I was okay. That's the only way they had to get a hold of me, to talk to me. And Crystal was very patient and nice of her. She's sweet. And so that was around Halloween. I think I got out. I think I went in like on the 28th or something. I think I got out like 4 days later, maybe, or something like that. And so, then I started talking to more people, and they said yes. And the Lord was speaking to me, telling me that I needed to follow Him and start taking care of, or caring for other people more than myself, and to pray for people. So, I thought, well, I'm gonna start a channel, and at first I just did a few things because I didn't really know what I was doing. But then as I settled in, I did do what I started it for, and that was to start with devotions and prayer requests. And I don't have my prayer request book in here, but hold on a second, let me get it. I want to show you something. At first I started writing all the prayer requests down just on my regular, pads. And then I thought, I need something more to put this in to keep up with it. Get over here, honey. Look at that hand. So I was sent a little package from Tumbleweed's daughter, Sarah. Sent me a little package of stuff, and she sent me this. It's really nice. This is what I use every morning when you see me reading the prayers. Is this leather? It's leather bound. It's very nice. I really love it. And she sent this to me, and I thought, it's just like a journal. And I thought, I'm not going to use this just to write down thoughts or different things or this or that. She's licking that. It's frozen. She's licking on it. And so I decided to use this book for my prayer request. I started at number 1 on here, 4/28/19. I started at number 1, and I still recognize a lot of these people. They're still with me. I see Kara, Zach, Teresa. I'm not for sure about that one. Jennifer, this prudent gal, Norma, Tamara. Okay, I started at number 1 on 4/28/19. Now it's 22. And I am on, I didn't write that very good. I don't know if you can see that good or not. I'm on 571. I'm on number 571 prayer requests since April. So I think this is, this is the best thing about me starting a channel right here and reading the devotions in the Bible. That's what I really did, although, it's evolved. And I've started doing a lot of different other things just to make it, have a different things, instead of just the same exact thing every day. Of course, I do my morning devotions every morning, no matter how I feel, unless I was incapacitated in some way. That's the only way I wouldn't do it. So that's today's story. I mean, I started my channel and now here I am. It's been, let's see, it's October. It's been a little over a year, and I've got over 2,000 subscribers. And I was monetized like at the end of August, and that's not very long for all that to happen. So I'm hoping the Lord's pleased with my work here. I'm not going to put anything out there that, somebody can't see. No, you can't. No, you're not eating on that. Look at that. That's the kind of stuff you don't want your cats to. No, you don't eat on stuff like that. That should have been in the trash. Where'd you get that from? She's over here fishing around for stuff. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's story. I got to think of another one. I'm about to run out, but I don't know. You know what? I bet I've done 30 of them. They just hit me, and I write down notes whenever they hit me, but I need to think of some. Or we may not have one tomorrow, but I'll do something, that, even if I didn't have one. I'll figure something out. We'll do show and tell or something or other. But I think that's about it then. I don't know what I'll get into today. Today is the last day, I believe, that I'll be able to do Kitty's Corner, because I can't, for one thing, I can't afford to keep paying for it because of the bills coming up, the medical bills we're going to be paying in January on. And for another, I don't know exactly what, if YouTube's going to allow it, because, I make the pets' mouths move. In other words, they would say that was animated. That and jib jabs too, because I can't control what's in a jib jab. If there's something in the background, maybe I didn't see or something or other, you see what I'm saying? And I don't want to get, any kind of strikes or anything like that. So I'm just going to have to kind of play it by ear and just be patient, and we'll see, if the Lord wants it to happen, I'll keep, I'll be able to keep doing them. But everybody loves Kitty's Corner. There's nothing wrong with it. It's anybody could see it and it not do nothing to them, or you know what I mean. And it's just kind of overkill going on, I guess. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But I always come up with something. Don't scratch on that. Okay, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this morning's coffee break. Please press that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.